And your Saturday mornings are always livened up here on Prime Insight. Hello there, good morning to you and welcome to the program here on the Joy Prime channel. My name is Blessed Sogah, and of course, every Saturday morning, what we try to do is to, tell you about all the stories that made the headlines, sift through them, analyze them, and tell you what's more topical for your Saturday morning. And that's why we're here again. And I'll be telling you about those who will be helping us to break down the issues that have come up during the course of the week. But what's paramount to us here is the battleground for ideas, and we're shaping that together with our audience in studio and those of you who are always online sending us your comments. We're grateful that you are always doing that here on Prime Insights. My name is Blessed Sogah, and of course, a pleasure to welcome you again to the show. Our focus for this weekend will be primarily on illegal mining. This menace is still wreaking havoc across the country. Our river bodies are now polluted, but the president is sticking to his position that he would only declare a state of emergency if that is recommended by security agencies. Well, speaking of the president, he's been engaging civil society on the way forward and how government intends to tackle the illegal mining menace. So is that the way forward, given the fact that now there'll be security camps at some priority and forest zones that have now been declared red zones? We'll give you highlights of the meeting that transpired yesterday between the president and civil society. In fact, some of the individuals who were there will be joining us in studio, so we talk about all of that and more. Then there's the issue about DStv, right? We've been speaking about that for the past 3 weeks now. The communications minister is now at the center of a lot of criticism, especially from the side of the minority side in Parliament. His side, the majority side, disagree with the minority that he ought to resign because he wasn't able to secure a reduction in DStv prices as promised. But the minister says there's more to it. There's an increment in value for money for those who are subscribers. So we'll get into the details for you. But here's what I want you to do. Be a part of the show. Tell a friend to tell another friend that Prime Insight has started this morning. But we're starting first with some of the highlights of that engagement between the president and civil society on illegal mining. Here are assets.
The minister is working. But the elephant in the room was not mentioned. You heard the Attorney General talk only about Akonta mine. The Attorney General has referred some politically exposed persons to the EOCO. We've not heard anything about that. There are some politically exposed persons that we, the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, have petitioned you about. We've not heard anything about that. There are some chiefs that are complicit in it. So let me read just a short bit of what our ask is. Our ask is that given the unprecedented crisis, the fact that our demands are clear, we ask you, His Excellency, to clearly tell us in granular definition, your granular definition of success in the fight against Galamsey. Also share with us very definitive roadmap that would include key milestones and timelines and how we are going to get there. We believe that the work that has been done by EPA and all about the level of heavy metals in our water bodies, the stabilities that have gone above 98,000 NTUs, and my brother, the scientist, that report you shared with us, unfortunately, for all of us who are scientists, we know that this is not how you measure water quality.
But the best general is the one who wins a war without firing any shot. Our position as CDT is that at this material time, it is a bit premature to declare a state of emergency because it entails political, socio-economic, and other security risks. So therefore, our main point within this 6-point framework is to identify the center of gravity of Galamsey. And that center of gravity is the use of industrial machinery. So therefore, the main effort, and I'm speaking in terms of military strategy, the main effort of the state, the government, against that center of gravity will country. If we can do this in timelines, we would have reverted the issue of illegal mining to the days of Don Diego de Azambuja, when we were basically mining gold with basic implements. Once we do that, all other things will fall in line. But as I've said, our policy brief outlines the details of how we could go about it.
I'd just like to say that it looks as if we need more money, and I'm saying this for the simple reason that when I looked at last year's budget for fighting Galamsey, there's about 10 million Ghana cedis. You guys allocated almost 50 million Ghana cedis to fight Galamsey, and already we are seeing some results. Question I have,